Did you know that thousands of years before modern schools, ancient civilizations had their own unique ways of teaching? From the rigorous training of Egyptian scribes to the philosophical debates of Greek scholars, education wasn't just about learning, it was about shaping empires. But how did these systems work, and what lessons can we learn from them today? We will uncover the secrets of ancient education, secrets that might just change how we see learning forever. In the heart of Athens, one man changed education forever. His name was Plato. His academy wasn't just a school, it was a revolutionary idea, a place where minds sharpened against one another, where questions mattered more than answers. In 387 BCE, Plato founded his academy, an institution unlike any other. While others trained warriors or scribes, Plato sought to train thinkers, philosophers who could guide the city with wisdom. The foundation of his teaching? The Socratic method, an endless dance of questions and answers, forcing students to think critically rather than memorize blindly. From Aristotle to modern philosophers, Plato's academy shaped the course of Western thought, proving that true education isn't about information, but transformation. While Athens nurtured minds and Plato's academy shaped philosophers, Sparta shaped warriors. But here, education wasn't about ideas, it was about survival. At just 7 years old, a Spartan boy was taken from his home. His childhood was over. His training had begun. This was the Agog, Sparta's legendary military education system. Every boy endured pain, discipline, and hardship, all to serve the city-state. Hunger was a lesson, punishment a teacher. They stole to survive, fought to prove their worth, and endured pain without a sound. Only the strongest could graduate. Their final test? A silent kill, proving they were ready for war. While Sparta bred warriors, Rome bred rulers. What if education wasn't about survival? And here, education wasn't about endurance, it was about influence and power. For the sons of Rome's elite, education was the key to dominance. From private tutors to the grand rhetoric schools, their lessons would shape the empire itself. Education began at home, where private tutors taught language, literature, and philosophy. But knowledge alone wasn't enough. One had to master the art of persuasion. For the most promising, the next step was the rhetoric school. Here, they studied under masters of oratory, learning to command an audience and sway the Senate. In Rome, words were weapons. Those who mastered them could shape laws, lead armies, and even decide the fate of empires. While Rome built its empire with words, the Maya looked to the stars. What if knowledge wasn't about politics, but the mysteries of the universe? The Maya built theirs with numbers and the stars. But how did they achieve such mathematical and astronomical mastery? The Maya saw the universe as a great puzzle, one that only the most educated could decode. Their knowledge would shape calendars, architecture, and even their understanding of time itself. Education in the Maya civilization was reserved for the elite, future scribes, priests, and astronomers. Their lessons combined mathematics, celestial movements, and sacred rituals. Through years of observation, they predicted solar eclipses, tracked planetary orbits, and created one of the most accurate calendars of the ancient world. Their mathematics were revolutionary, using a base 20 system and even the concept of zero, a discovery that would take centuries to reach the Western world. But while the Maya looked to the heavens, the Egyptians sought wisdom in sacred texts. What if knowledge was guarded by the gods themselves? The Maya unlocked the mysteries of the stars. The Egyptians sought knowledge from the gods. To rule an empire as vast as Egypt, one needed more than strength. Knowledge was power, and only the brightest were chosen to learn under the priests. For the sons of nobles and scribes, education began within the sacred halls of temples. Here, they learned the art of hieroglyphic writing, administration, and The secrets of the universe. Writing was a sacred skill, a connection to the gods. Mathematics, meanwhile, helped build grand temples and measure the flooding of the Nile. Those who excelled didn't just become scribes, they became architects, treasurers and advisors to the pharaoh himself. But what if knowledge was no longer reserved for the few? From temple schools where only a few could learn, Egypt created something far greater, a place where knowledge from every civilization converged, the Library of Alexandria. This was more than just a collection of books. It was a beacon of human knowledge, a place where the greatest minds of antiquity gathered to unlock the secrets of the universe. Founded in the 3rd century BCE under Ptolemaic rule, the Library of Alexandria became the intellectual heart of the ancient world. Thousands of scrolls filled its halls, covering astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and philosophy. Here, Eratosthenes measured the size of the Earth with remarkable accuracy. Archimedes discovered the principles of buoyancy. It was a place where the boundaries of knowledge were pushed further than ever before. But knowledge is fragile. War, politics, and time turned this sanctuary of learning into ruins. The destruction of the Library of Alexandria remains one of history's greatest tragedies. Yet while Alexandria sought wisdom in books, the Vikings learned through action. In the north, education was not just about wisdom, it was about survival. From an early age, Viking children were taught the skills they needed to navigate their world, whether as warriors, traders, or explorers. Education began at home. Boys and girls learned rune writing, storytelling, and the myths of their ancestors. But beyond words, they were trained in the art of war and survival. By the age of 12, boys were expected to fight. They trained in shield walls, axe combat, and wrestling, preparing for a life of battle and conquest. Not all became warriors. Some became traders, sailing across the seas to distant lands. But whether wielding swords or silver, Viking education always emphasized resilience, strength, and honor. While Viking children trained for battle and valued strength, in ancient China, education was a path to power. Here, knowledge was not just a tool, it was the key to shaping an empire. For centuries, China's rulers sought wisdom, not warriors. The Confucian academies created a system where the most learned, not the most powerful, would rise to lead the empire. Education in ancient China was strict and disciplined. Students spent years mastering Confucian philosophy, literature, and moral teachings. Every lesson was a step toward government service. Only the best could serve the emperor. The imperial examination was the ultimate test, an intense trial of knowledge, wisdom, and endurance. Success meant power, failure meant obscurity. Those who passed became the architects of China's future, advisors, governors, and philosophers who shaped the destiny of a civilization. For centuries, China's examination system ruled who could govern. But as the modern world emerged, new ideas challenged the old ways. How did the rise of Western education transform the course of history? Education has always shaped the world, but what system truly creates the best leaders? Let us know what you think in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into history's greatest civilizations.